coming to me 3 a.m. like, let's record now.
I never come to you like that.
Like, Nick, please. You start banging on the door. You start screaming. You're like, Nick, I need you right now. You pulling me by the collar. Just eating my cigarette. It's ridiculous.
Eating your cigarette?
Yeah, that's what you do to get me in here.
Nick, will you just introduce the show?
Inaugural 420 cast for the boys. This one's for the boys back home. Men in Blue. Remember that?
420 episode 3 of Brother Brother. I'll zoom in on you for that one.
You don't have to do that.
You just got to keep track of the episodes. So this is episode 3, even though
it's a series, you know. It's all chronological.
What's sequential? Is that the word for it?
That
It's hard to read your emotions with the sunglasses on compared to
so
usual.
good.
It's not so good.
I think I got these from a Loot Crate. You remember that thing?
Oh, I think
Remember
I
that?
do remember you actually getting that from Loot Crate. What a fucking bogus gift that is. That's
Dude,
like a
so
$2 pair of sunglasses. Like, what is
charging
that?
$30.
How much did you pay for that? $30?
Who could remember?
You,
I don't.
ideally.
Well,
You don't.
Why don't
I'm
you
not
just-
surprised you don't. But
no.
you
Like,
don't.
it was a subscription fee. It's probably like $30 a month or something. Who the fuck knows?
This is good.
The
I mean-
company's gone anyway, right?
Is it? I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was still around, and I was like shocked about that. Because like it shouldn't be, you know.
I mean, it might have been bought by a different company. This is
That would make
America,
sense.
baby.
It would turn into like some different, like HelloFresh is now the Loot Crate. Like Loot Crate used to be Loot Crate, now it's HelloFresh.
So you think that Loot Crate was bought by a company?
That should have been their pivot.
All
if it's
Blue
not.
Apron.
I mean, who the fuck wants Loot Crate nowadays? No, you don't.
I like
That's why you
Loot.
don't. That's why you're not subscribed.
Well-
That shit's bullshit. It is bullshit. It's overpriced garbage.
It
yo.
could be cool.
You get a
never
shirt
know.
of like the lowest quality, and you get this
Well.
pair of sunglasses, and you get like stickers, right? As you guys all know, because we have a million
Passionate.
fans right now. Our first episode dropped, well, at this point 2 weeks ago, but from our perspective, like 3 days ago it dropped, to critical acclaim, as we expected. Actually, we were overwhelmed with the response almost.
Yeah, I
It was
brought
like-
to tears when I saw it. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
We've almost broken 10 views on all of our platforms.
Dude, that's mind-shattering. That's crazy.
Somehow. Well, Danny
We
watched
got
it.
stuff to say, man.
My girlfriend Danny watched it. She was like, "It's very you."
So she thought it was hilarious.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's a compliment. I mean, she said it was, but I'm more like, Do we need to change something? Or
Yeah, it was like,
something to
how
change?
did what was the tone in her voice?
That was a text, so
Oh.
there was no tone. It was more like there were
Alright.
periods being used. So it wasn't
Oh,
very
like ...
enthusiastic. Not like an ellipsis, just like statement end period. If it was ... I'd be more nervous, but yeah. It's not though. It was just like, you know, it was very you guys. Like, she's like, I've heard your banter in real life, and watching it on the podcast was really surreal because it's
It's just
there.
dudes.
Oh, I
It's the
got a baseball
420
game in
cast.
the morning. What do you got?
What are you
got work?
going to do?
I got to go see the Clippers in the morning with Mom.
Fun.
Our mom got like 4 tickets to see a minor league baseball team, the Clippers in Columbus here.
Dude, get
And,
me a pack of the Clippers baseball cards when you get there. I'll put it to my Clippers stash. I've got so
Where
many.
do they have those? Like
They're just in the gift shop. Yeah.
All right, well,
Get me the whatever
okay.
Clippers cards you find. I have a large collection of baseball cards.
Do you plan on doing anything with this, or is this sort of like you're just gonna have it till you die?
Well, at this point, yeah, probably.
and then it'll be burned or something.
no, I'll sell it like at retirement age or whatever.
You'll
for
sell
like
it,
$100.
$100.
Probably, whatever.
That's
I'll
worth
take
it.
what I can get. It's a bunch of paper.
That's worth it.
I mean, if
that's
you're
worth
giving me free Clippers cards, you know, boosting
You
the
think I'm not
value.
gonna charge you? Anyways,
You better not. Like, why would you ever do something like that?
Well, you know.
It's free for me. You know the old saying.
Nick, when's the last time you've been to like a major or minor league baseball game?
This is the last time I bought some more Clippers cards, probably.
For
Like,
yourself?
yeah.
When was that?
Like 2014 ish.
2014.
More than likely, maybe 2013. It's been a while.
So like 10 years.
Big fan.
So
big fan
when you
over
were
here.
in your teens.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
what was the reason for going to that game? Like, did you go with anyone specific? You just went to go.
I think it was my baseball team.
You went with your baseball team?
Yeah.
It was like
It
a party, guys.
It
We're
was,
gonna go.
it was baseball in baseball, and it was.
Did you play
Fuck no.
You
We were
just
just
watched
watching. Yeah.
with your team?
Yeah, just dicking
So
around
it's
the
like
stadium.
baseballception with your
Yeah,
team.
the boys getting into some nonsense.
falling into it, huh? Just getting crazy, getting nuts. Because 10 years
Yeah.
ago, wouldn't you be 16? Almost 17, right?
Jesus Christ, we're old.
Well, you're old.
You're 2 years older than me.
For those who aren't not watching, I dropped the mic because no, I'm not. I'm actually the younger brother.
You would think so, right? Like I do, definitely.
Well,
Like from a mental standpoint,
Yeah.
anyway.
that's the trauma keeping me back.
You poor
Anyways.
bastard. Moving past that.
Dude, I'll grow up in other ways, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'll,
like age.
I'll
the
get
number
bigger
keeps going.
hands.
I love when number goes up, you know?
I'll get like a foot surgery and get like extended feet.
You're going to extend your feet.
I'm going to get long legs.
You're insecure about your feet and legs?
I'm not insecure, but just having long legs and long feet.
Dude, I
think
love
would be
having
cool.
small feet. You can fit your
You love
feet
it?
in
You know what
any
they say about
shoes.
small feet? Wait. You're talking about just fitting feet in shoes? I'm talking about
I
extending
was.
my actual body parts, like with just
Like-
more skin and bone. I don't want robots.
There's too much of you already.
I want more of me,
Oh, God.
like an extension of myself, but like my own, like take bone from somewhere else, but make
so
my
like
legs
a
and
short
feet
arms
huge.
but long legs.
I'll have short arms. I'll
Not
be like
unlike,
a T-Rex.
Yeah, the mighty T-Rex.
Mighty,
Yes,
exactly. Well, then I need to
yeah.
somehow get like a
Your
bigger
jaw
mouth.
strength, yeah. Like the crimson chin.
Yeah. So they'll
Take
take
some
like,
long legs.
They'll take.
So take more bone from your arms. Just
I'll just
have
have
like really short.
little tiny fingers
Yeah.
sticking out.
Yes,
It'll be kind of
nubs.
creepy looking, but
I mean,
be
yeah,
cool.
at that point, you'd be a freak of nature.
just use your imagination.
That's
for this
evolution,
one.
baby.
It sounds kind of freaky, honestly. Like a monster.
Well, you are a monster, man.
Nick's
Monster mash.
Nick's the real monster. Nick, take a hit of that gravity bong, and I'm gonna talk about something here. All right.
All right. All right.
So since it's the 420 cast, we're obviously gonna get high because we're not idiots. Since it's the end of 420,
I left my lighter in my room.
since today is technically 421, well, because it's like 3 a.m. on 420, we've obviously been getting high all day. So this is just kind of an extension of what has already been going on all day. Pretty good, right? You can really just nod along at this point. Yeah, see, he doesn't have a mic. I remember when Nick had he came home one day with like a 4-foot bong or 3-foot bong. That looks about 4 feet to me. He's holding his hand up from the ground about 4 feet, it looks like. How tall are you? All right, anyways. He can't be heard anyways. He's trying to answer me, but he can't be heard. You can talk to me all you want, but they can't hear you. They just hear me. So especially for the audio-only listeners, this is really good right now. Nick's taking the gravity bong hit. We're going to do a zoom in on this so you guys can watch that. We don't have an ashtray. Nick's going to go grab an ashtray. Just make sure you empty it so we got a fresh ashtray. We can see how much we do. You know what I'm saying? He's clearing the gravity bong. What a dangerous instrument for smoking that is. My God. He said, oh, yeah. Wandering away after just hitting a gravity bong. Will he return? That is the real question, because I don't know if he ever will. I mean, if you're gonna have a 420 episode, you're gonna smoke. He's back rambling. Still doesn't realize he needs a mic to talk. But he has an ashtray. Oh, look at this, guys. We're gonna zoom in on that. Amazing ashtray.
Yeah, what happened to the joint in his mouth, Alex?
There's a joint in his mouth. Oh yeah, it's just a little. Well, it kind of just looks like a roach now. It doesn't look bad, you know. It just kind of looks like he
You
still
look
has a
like
roach,
a roach.
now. If you guys can see that, it'll probably be really blurry. He did used to have like a little joint. It had like a little burnt tip and shit. I don't know what happened to that. I think I just dropped it and it broke.
That's so you.
No, that's so you.
Over and over and over again.
No, that's Nick. That's Nick, guys.
Off of railroad tracks into rocks on the ground.
What was that word?
What?
What was that word? What track?
Railroad tracks?
Say it a little faster.
Railroad?
Railroad track.
Railroad,
You say like Adam
railroad
Devine,
track?
dude. He's like, with the railroad. My dad worked
The railroad.
the
The railroad track.
the railroad. Yeah, you know, that's not the word, but you're almost there. I want to hit that now because that looked pretty. That looked pretty good. It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about like where you got that fucking bong? Because I don't even know. Like, why did you show up with that? Where the fuck did you buy it? Online?
This?
No, the 4-foot bong that we were talking about.
Fuck, dude.
Monstrosity.
I really have no idea. Like, I don't remember. It must have been off of Tag's website at the time, because I was like thickassglass.com. Not a sponsor unless they want to pay us. You know?
Can you imagine we were sponsored by a bong company? That'd be kind of fucking.
That'd be dope.
So hey, I mean, Tag. I don't think you ever do that, but if you do, hit us up.
Like $20 maybe. Whatever. 20,000 is what I had said. Negotiate. He doesn't know how to do this anymore. He said you just light it and pull it until you see the black ring. It's like at. He has to be put too much weed in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Smoke it though. Oh yeah, he's really getting into it. He's holding it.
Whoa, baby! You really feel that deep in your chest, don't you?
Oh yeah. You'll be feeling that resin for a minute.
Well, I felt my eyes dilate. Everything almost went black. It was good. That's how you know you got a really good hit, right?
Powerful.
Yeah. And I feel like the sunglasses is really adding to this podcast episode, which is
it
why
was a good thing.
That's why I got my own, because I didn't want you to be by yourself, you know.
Well, there's always more sunglasses. I got a pair in my car too.
Yeah, but the ones you have on are perfect.
They're not as zany.
Well, these are ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, as are yours.
What are the other ones you have? Are they the mom-looking ones that you got, like the big ones? Grandparent, like like the ones.
The cocoons.
Go around your eyes.
Those are the cocoons.
Those are ridiculous.
Yeah, no, not those either.
I just know that they
stole from me.
That they're like almost like a helmet around your eyes, like Cyclops, where it's like just literally goes.
Those
around.
are the cocoons. Ridiculous. Huge. The biggest sunglasses ever.
Is that a brand or the style? Cocoon.
Brand.
Is that nice? Like fancy?
Probably.
Like Fossil?
What is Fossil?
I don't know. I was thinking of a different one. Ray-Ban.
Yeah.
Or wait, what's Oakley? That's what I thought.
Those are glasses.
That's what I was thinking of.
For
There's
you
sunglasses
uncultured
too.
swine out there.
Sunglasses. And glasses. So you got it off thick-ass glass? Did you know it was 4 foot big when you bought it online?
There's no way I would have bought it if I knew it was going to be that big. I don't know what I was thinking.
Was it like cheap? Because I would think
it must have been on clearance, because like who the fuck wants a bong that big?
I would think that kind of thing.
I ended up having to keep it in my back
expensive.
seat of my 2000 Honda Accord wrapped in a hoodie. Because like how else do you keep that?
So you did keep it in your trunk in a hoodie. That's right. That's
well,
accurate.
usually in the back seat, because I was a ridiculous mad lad.
Well, right. Why would what the fuck? If you're living at home with your parents, what are you going to do with a 3-foot bong?
Yeah.
You can't transport that
Why
stuff
would
in.
anyone want to own something like that? I don't even know what happened to it.
Well, like I specifically remember a time. I don't know if I told you about this. I might have dreamt this. Like where we were like trying to transport this bong through the woods for some reason. Like I think we were like trying to take it to someone's house or take it somewhere from someone's house, like or like smoke in the woods or something.
You mean in the backyard of Cole's?
Maybe. I just remember us trying to
we
maneuver that thing.
We took it many places. I took it into work at bleep this because it's still like a company. But
you can't just like infer to it. You got to say the name.
What do you mean?
What is it? What kind of business is it? Because no one's gonna know.
Oh, you know, a local sandwich shop.
They served a very specific kind of sandwich called a
grinder.
There you go. But
grinders.
Yeah, they serve grinders.
Grinders.
Yeah, there we go.
Just in the walk-in there, you know, we just keep it in the freezer.
Yeah. Did they only serve grinders at this place?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I would think that.
But mainly,
it's like calling a place like a hamburger, you know. WG Hamburger.
Well, they are out of business
that
now.
out,
They don't
however
exist
you want.
anymore. Actually, where I was.
The whole business, or just that?
No,
that
just
one
the one that I was
franchise. Oh, okay.
at. Definitely. They were hemorrhaging money. Are you kidding me?
Well, I have no idea. I mean, was that your first job?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna bleep.
You were more specific than I was.
I'm gonna bleep what I said. The grinder shop. We'll call it that. The grinder shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the grinder shop.
Yep. So the grinder shop. That was your first job.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
When you got it at 16? When you had your car?
Yeah. I think. Well, maybe 15 and a half. Like with my learner's
I think I
program.
remember driving you to work, or like mom driving you to work or something, like because you didn't have a license or something, maybe.
Probably.
So maybe you did get you were working there when you weren't 16, like driving on your own.
That sounds right. Because like I had my license when I was already there. Like when I got my license, I was already working there.
Oh. I didn't get my first job till 17, so that's interesting.
That sounds about right.
Well, because that's when I got my
Well,
license.
that's more accurate.
That's when I got
Yeah.
my license in a car and worked at McDonald's.
You love that shit so much. Every day you would be like, McDonald's is the best.
Well, my first
With
car,
more grease burns on your arm.
my first car I bought for $1,400 of my own money because Dad didn't want to contribute to that.
I know that game.
He found the car for me, but he's like, "You're gonna buy it. It's your own. It's your first car." It was all the money I had, literally. I think he
Pony
actually
up,
matched me.
boy.
I think I contributed $700, which was also all my money at the time.
I mean, even to be fair, even now it's quite a substantial amount of money to request.
I mean, holy shit!
Could you imagine be like,
For a car, it's not bad though. It's pretty good. You know, for a Toyota Camry, that car could have lasted me forever, but it did not.
But it didn't. Why? Why did it not?
It died
Alex?
to me hitting a deer on a highway.
You'll find this is a common thing with vehicles that Alex owns.
I guess we can just go through my vehicles real quick.
Yeah, at
just to
this
clear
point,
that up.
yeah, just like
We can go through yours.
go
too.
through chronologically. I haven't crashed.
Well, we can go through yours first then, because it's quicker. What are the cars you've had?
2000 Honda Accord, 2007 Scion, and then a 2018 Chevy Malibu.
It's your current car.
Yeah, that is the one that I currently drive.
Nice.
Sleek.
It is
stylish.
Nice. It is nice. I've been in it. It's a nice car.
I clean
So
it
you've
frequently.
only had 3 cars. Would you say you cleaned it?
Frequently.
Oh.
Like weekly.
Well, it still smells like cigarettes, but
of course it does.
not much you can do about that.
Yeah.
There's not
like especially when
it's
I'm
not
currently
absolutely covered.
smoking one.
It's not absolutely covered in ash like the Scion was.
The
which is
Scion was
silly.
just like a
I
cesspit.
don't think you gave a shit about that. At a certain point, you're just like, fuck it.
Not a bit.
Well, I did the same thing with my
Dude,
cars.
the
so-
only time that I even went to trade in my car is when the check engine light started flashing and I couldn't get above like 50 on the freeway.
when there was just a dire issue.
yeah.
You
Like,
know,
I'll
you need to
deal with it.
Replace the engine or something.
Oh, much more than that needed to be replaced on the Scion to fix it.
More than
That
the
thing was a
engine.
lost cause, absolutely.
The thing is, a Scion isn't even like an expensive car to begin with.
No.
So like,
And honestly,
it's not even worth fixing if it gets that bad.
No. But for the price, dude, it was amazing.
Yeah.
For what I got out of it, it was like a little go-kart. I could just
Yeah.
zip around.
Yeah, I remember you.
It's
in the
great.
little
Now I
Scion.
gotta be like,
That thing was so scary to ride in. It was so frightening.
dude, the
being a
first time I
passenger.
drove it, when I went to test drive it, I like squealed the tire. Bap was just watching me.
You fucking squealed the tire. And the
I was
guys
like,
were
"Ooh,
like, "Oh, that's
it's
just."
got some kick to it.
Oh, I guess that's how new cars go, huh? Not
Touchy
90s
gas
cars.
pedal, sir.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, that'll get moving.
Damn, dude. For some reason, I thought you had more than just those 3. I was just forgetting, but you've only had those 3, huh?
Yeah, that was it.
Damn, I've had so many cars.
And the only time I've ever replaced it's when
it dies.
yeah,
due to your negligence. It literally catastrophic failure, dude.
Not on the Malibu though. I've
Non-caring.
been getting regular maintenance
Well, yeah,
ever since I got it.
You're still paying for this car, so you
dude.
definitely should be keeping up on it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
That thing is,
it's very smart of you.
well, nothing can happen to it, I think.
See, that's why I got rid of my car. I had a fucking Volt. I mean, I can go through my cars now. Man, I
Yeah.
thought you had more than that. I've had so many cars compared to
Yeah.
that. I had to
Oh,
like,
yeah,
go
I
through
know.
this.
Fuck. I think you've had as many obliterated by deer as I have owned total.
So my first car, like I said, was the Toyota Camry. It was 96, I think, Toyota Camry. $1,400 bought that thing. $700 my own money. That thing was light blue. I convinced myself it was silver, but it was the most babiest of baby blue. You know,
so baby,
like the skyest of sky blue, where there's like no masculinity to it at all.
like a powdery blue.
Yeah. Yeah. I was disappointed. I was just trying to convince myself it was silver. It was not silver. Crashed that thing trying to dodge a deer on the highway. Nick was actually in the car with me.
It was the same day I lost my first car.
So his car earlier that day
Exact
blew up.
day.
It just an engine, the gasket, the oil gasket blew up on in it
Oh,
just
yeah,
while you were
the
driving
engine
it.
obliterated. I saw like a huge trail of smoke behind me, and I just pulled over and put it on the hazards. It called up my manager at the time, Daniel.
It's me. I ain't coming in today.
No. It was more like, can you come get me off of 33?
Oh.
And then he took me to one of my ultimate Frisbee teammates, friends, houses, Ben. And I hang out there for a while. He took me over to Josh's, I think. And
So
then,
this was a whole thing.
And then I got Mom after that at like 8 p.m.
This is a whole day for you.
Yeah, because I knew immediately Mom was going to be like, let's deal with this right away. So I was
Right.
like, I'm at least going to get a day out of it.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah. And then you got me.
Then I picked you up in my car, at the destination going back home, and you're like, we're finally going back home. Like, finally this day's over. This hell of a day. You're like breathing a sigh of relief, just like closing your eyes, just enjoying the ride. Yeah,
Dozing off in the passenger seat.
like, oh man, we're almost home, dude. We were like literally 15 minutes, 20 minutes from home in Athens, and just a deer appears on the highway as they do. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and my headlights on that Toyota Camry were not great, but just kind of popped up in front of me.
I mean, to be fair, it was on a bridge,
Yeah.
Like, how... Good luck.
So I was in the right lane, as you are driving on the highway in the U.S., and the deer was there too, of course. So I immediately yanked the wheel to the left, and the car goes whoop,
And I'm like, Alex...
and then no, you don't do it yet. And then I immediately go right to try to straighten it out. But in that moment, I feel something went wrong with my tire. And only when we crash do I figure out what it is. Yeah. I tried turning back right to correct it, and the car said nope. It just kept going left. And we hit the divider on the highway. It scraped on it for a little bit, just kind of like, all right, is it going to stop? Is it going to stop? And, right before, like, as we're like swerving over, Nick just says, Alex, in the most just regular, like, not like concerned, but like not going to cause panic mode. It's just like, Alex. And it's all I hear. It's all I hear amidst this chaos. And I'm just like, yep. Like, I know what's going on. Yep, it's going on. And we hit the middle divider, fucking windows shattering, it's shaking, fucking, and then it eventually stops, and everything's fine.
We wear our seatbelts.
Yeah.
So
I could not get out of
seatbelt
my
PSA.
side of the door. It was mangled shut. I remember
Obliterated.
my dog at the time, Quincy, who is now passed, pissed all over just a clean patch of laundry that I had in a laundry hamper in the back seat. Just saturated it in urine. So that was fun, just to, not have clean laundry after, going home to do laundry. But also the car. But, the laundry was just, the icing on top, just a little cherry. But all I remember from that experience was sitting there just like, what the fuck do I do now?
Really? Like, what? I was just smoking a cigarette. Like, man,
Yeah.
like, what?
We're still
what
sitting
do
in the
now?
car, and like people rush over.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that there was other people like near us.
Well,
But-
the person that hit the deer had to go to the hospital, as I recall.
Oh yeah, so as I dodged this deer, there was another car behind us that didn't dodge the deer. They hit it dead on, and it totaled their car. They had like a nice SUV too, But it totaled their car. Someone went to the hospital, like the driver, I think, like hit his arm on the steering wheel or something. But yeah, I think some other driver like stopped for us and was like, "Are you guys all right?" And like, got us out of the car. But then I just called our roommate Joe, and then he grabbed us. We got a tow truck. They towed it away. I think I just let the scrapyard have it for the cost of the tow. I was just like, "There's nothing I can do with this. Just take it away."
Had the fees for the freeway repair.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. I was paying for that for a little bit, too, because that was like fucking $4,000, I think, or something like that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Because they charged me for damaging the center divider on the freeway for when I hit it from dodging the deer. And the fucking highway patrolman was like, dude, it would have been so much cheaper if you would have fucking just hit the deer. Just hit it dead on. Hit it dead on and not hit this divider.
Why are you costing us this?
I didn't want to fucking die. I didn't want to go fucking soaring through the windshield. It's an old ass car, not the best fucking safety
that seems
features.
Fair, but also like $4K, my lord.
I'd rather pay that.
No, every time, literally every single time.
I'm just still kind of shocked that they suggested that I hit the deer.
The deer was of a substantial size.
It was giant. Well, it totaled like an Acura SUV.
A huge SUV, yeah, massive.
So,
massive.
Which is my panic dodge. Like, there's no way
you were in a tiny, teeny little Camry. It's a 2-door car.
Yeah. Yeah, you can imagine
not a lot of room.
96 Camry, the light blue. You just Google it, you'll find it. That's what it is.
Like a go-kart, man, to drive. I drove that thing a couple of times.
The deer would have like crumpled my car, I think. Like we would have been
We
smushed.
would have died, almost certainly.
I think we would have been seriously injured.
Minimum. Yeah. Like the deer was standing over the top of the car.
Yeah, I just remember seeing like its leg connecting to its body. That's all I remember seeing, and like the light shine, like not even seeing its head. Like there was still more deer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just, whew, that split-second decision saved our lives, possibly. Just gotta thank our stars for that one. Not God.
Maybe God though.
No, thank our stars.
Dude.
Ghost man in the sky who predetermines everything for everyone.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
No.
Amen.
But that was the first car I had. That demise was met swiftly. And actually, Nick and I both were in the market for cars after that because, as you know, his car was totaled that very same day, very, very soon before mine.
Classic.
Yeah. So then when Nick got his Scion at that time,
my own little
his second of 3 cars. Yeah, that thing was just a death trap.
So much fun to drive, dude.
It was literally so just a quick little thing.
Oh yeah.
I got
obliterated that thing.
I got a Nissan Altima. Do you remember that car?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That car's a piece of shit. Holy fuck. I hated that car. That car drove like trash, and I didn't even realize till like 3 months after owning it that there were holes in the floor. Like literally, if you
to the ground.
You just lift up the carpet and you pull everything up, and there's the ground. There it is. Where's the bottom of the car?
That's security right there.
I don't even remember what happened with that car. Did I crash it? I don't know. I did crash that car. That one I hit a deer head on. Oh man, I repressed that. That was also in Athens. Oh my God, what the fuck,
That's
dude?
Deer County, dude.
I was also driving back to Athens County at night, and the strange thing is I was driving from like a more rural part of Ohio, and I had to drive through like backcountry roads all the way until I got to the highway. So like all the way there, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking hit a deer.
Oh yeah, dude. There's like mountains, basically.
But then once I got to the freeway, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in the clear now.
Yeah, this is the one safe spot. Because there's frequently vehicles and trucks flying
literally
down the road.
like 5 miles later, like I just am driving, and then I just out of the peripheral I see nothing, but then I see in my headlights a deer just gallop in front of my car, and I hit it perfectly mid stride, so it's like in the air when I hit it. So my car just gradually slows down, and it's just like boosh, and then it just like rolls off my car, just dead instantly. That deer was dead, but. My car was, I was fine. My car, the airbags did not deploy. Why
would they?
I was just sitting there, just like, I guess I'll pull over to the side. Then like a highway patrol guy actually pulled up and he was like, "You got to move your car, man." I was like, "I hit a deer. I don't know if it runs." You know, if you want to look at it, it doesn't seem to
Officer,
run.
please.
He's like, "Why don't you try and start it?"
Go on, let me see. Let me see you struggle.
I was like, okay. It starts right up, you know. He's like, go ahead and move it up to that rest stop about a quarter mile ahead. And I drive it to the rest stop with the flattened front. It somehow fucking turned on and drove. And then, you know, I got it towed back to the house, and it sat outside our house for a good month or so. Well, I didn't know what the fuck to do with it.
How old were you at the time?
I was living with Joe. That was our second apartment. So early 20s. I was probably like 20 or 21. Probably even earlier. Maybe even 19.
So what even did you end up doing with that?
I think I might have sold it just to a scrapyard because I think there was a place in Athens that just would take that kind of thing away. And I was just like, "Hey, do you guys want this?" And they gave me like $500 for it or something like that. I was like, "All right, cool. Give me money for it." I don't even know if they gave me that. Maybe they gave me $100 for it.
Jesus.
I don't know. I remember they gave me something where I was like, "Okay."
Your license plate says scamming.
No, I remember like having to go get my license plate because I forgot it on the car. So I remember that being a whole thing. Fuck.
Jesus Christ. This is why you never get a new car until it literally can't run anymore.
Right. Well, after that car, because obviously I needed a new car, I went back to the same place we bought all of our cars and bought a Pontiac Grand Prix.
And that car, I don't even remember.
That was the red car I had.
Oh, all right.
That was
I do
like
remember
almost
that.
like that was the same brand as Dad's, Pontiac, but it was my Pontiac. That thing. I remember one time when I was delivering pizzas with that fucking thing, driving uphill, and I hear a big clunk, and all of a sudden my car is making this noise. Because I'm driving uphill, obviously, and that sound was the sound of my muffler just popping off and falling down, but falling down like on the ground, like
Not
the
in
way,
a good way
where it's like dragging this way along the ground, not like the way where it would just be like
see
casually
sparks?
dragging. It's the way where it's like the pipe is like forcing itself against the ground with every thing that you go. So just yanking with every time it's hitting. So and also the loud. Just because there's no muffler anymore.
That's generally not what you want to hear.
And since I was delivering pizzas, in college, this was like 1 a.m. So I'm just like, wow, I'm a fucking asshole, dude. I'm literally driving in a neighborhood just like on these brick fucking roads with my fucking thing clanking all over the bricks.
Sorry, I need money.
Like, Jesus Christ, dude. No one knows that just happened to me. They're just like, oh, this guy drives a piece of shit car.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, this happened moments
ago. Or he's
ago.
got like one of those loud mufflers that like make it louder.
It was not one of those loud mufflers. No.
For style.
But I remember when I got back to the shop, obviously it was like 1 a.m. The manager was like, let me try something. He gets like a coat hanger, tries to wire something up. Doesn't work at all. I think it makes a louder
Why
noise.
would it?
He like puts it on. It's like, it's even more obnoxious. It's like concentrating the loudness now.
I know what I'm doing here.
He clearly doesn't know what he's doing. I got it. Doesn't have it.
Don't worry about it, dude.
Whenever anyone
He should have
says
been
that,
very worried.
yeah, you need to worry more, basically. That was such an annoying time. I mean, I just quit the rest of the night. I was like, I'm not driving like this. My
You
car's
quit
broken.
for the rest of the night.
Yeah. I was like, I mean,
I'll be back, I guess.
Yeah. Once I get this fixed, I'm not gonna drive my fucking car like this. I didn't know that it was like
No,
driving on it like that until I checked it, obviously. But I drove on some bricks.
That's
before
better
I
than when
realized
like
that.
my brake pad fell off. Remember
No,
that? I
no.
couldn't even stop.
What do you mean your brake pad fell off?
My Scion.
You're gonna need boobers. What's the story? What were you doing? Where were you driving?
I was driving home from work, and it was like 11 at night, and my brake pad had fallen off. I don't know when, but I literally couldn't come to a complete stop. So I was going through the intersection, like, well, I guess I'm turning now. Like,
oh no.
And then Bob drove it the next day to
Who's Bob?
To JNA, Mom's live-in boyfriend of years.
I have him in my phone as mom parentheses Bob's or Bob parentheses mom's friend because that's just what he started out in my phone as, and that's what he is now. Nick described him as our mother's live-in boyfriend, which is equally hilarious. But
I mean, it's accurate.
I don't know.
Right?
He's the guy who is habitated with our mom for
Cohabitated.
an extended period of time, but they're not married. But you could consider them.
Why
mates,
put a label
right?
on it?
She wouldn't put a label on it. Which is like, Bob, why are you okay with that? Like she treats you like garbage. What's going on here?
That's not our responsibility, right
so,
there.
So your brake pad just one brake pad fell off your car and you couldn't stop it.
Yeah, back right.
It just
It
caused
was
you
just
not
like
to
the
stop
bar
at all.
that holds it that was on the tire.
Like it wasn't just like stopping weird. It just wasn't even stopping at all.
Correct.
Holy shit, that's terrifying.
Yeah, Bob was like, I was horrified to drive your car to jail.
How do do you have to use the parking
The
brake?
e-brake. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god,
that is the new brake, and you're gonna stop.
All right, we are going to a stop.
I would not recommend. If you hear a squeaking sound when you try to brake, get that shit fixed. PSA for the children.
If you hear any weird noise when you
that
do
you
it,
don't normally hear when you're driving
honestly.
your car.
Holy shit.
Good things will not happen. I mean,
No.
you'll save some money, I
Precisely
guess, for a minute.
only bad things will happen, honestly.
You could die.
You
Is it really worth
will
it?
die. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. You got lucky
You
as
could
fuck.
die, but you actually will die if you think about it. But so that car, honestly, I loved that car up until that moment, like when the muffler just shattered on me. But like, cause it drove really fun. It was like a fast car. It was Grand Prix, Pontiac Grand Prix. It was which is it's a racing term if you don't know. But
What's a Grand Prix?
that's how I pronounced it as a kid. That's what I thought was normal.
I mean, like, yeah, phonetically, that's accurate.
It is, but it's not. It is phonetically, but it's not accurate. You know.
I don't know that.
You know it. No, you know.
Alex. Pricks, man.
Yeah.
So what was the next car?
The car after the pricks?
Yeah.
Well, I remember selling the pricks.
French.
I sold it at the same place that I bought it. And, I was like, man, because I remember, like, when I got that fixed, I took it to the shop to do that, obviously, because I'm not going to do it. And they recommended just so many other things get done. They're like, yo, this needs, like, this is done, this is done. Like, what's going on? This thing is falling apart.
How are you comfortable driving this?
And it's only because I didn't take care of it. I literally just drove over delivering pizzas, and that's it. I got oil changes when I needed to. Yeah. But all the struts and like the fast, something was wearing, something snapped. Like I wasn't gonna deal with that. Some kind of rods needed replaced. I don't know the jargon. Some sway rod was about to snap. I'm like, I don't know. I just need to get rid of this car now.
If you hear about to snap, you're gonna need that fixed.
If you hear that, you're like, new car time. Not gonna get that fixed.
Cha-ching.
So I'm like, I'll probably get like $500 for this car.
That's a lot of money.
Well, because the repairs are thousands.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna,
ridiculous. That's
I'm not
ludicrous.
Gonna do that.
Yeah, no, never would.
So,
at that point, it's like, fuck it,
new car time.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, "Wow, I've had a bad run with these cars. I'm depressed about cars. I'm gonna get a newer car." And I saw this sexy. I did no research before going to the lot. I see this sexy ass car. I'm like, what is that? They're like, that is the Chevy Volt, my friend. And I'm like, I want to test drive that thing. And I was like, holy shit, this is like a spaceship the first time I drove that. Because push to start, it goes, and it's electric car, electric hybrid, but it's electric and battery that uses gas.
It was so good you joined a subreddit for it.
It was a very popular subreddit for Chevy Volts for some reason, but I didn't know this when I bought the car. But after it, I had to learn about it because it's a very intriguing car. And I joined the subreddit, of course. And basically, I was like, I bought this car for like 16 grand. My payments were like 200 some a month. And I was like, hey, I can not afford this, but I will do this because I need a car that works. You know?
It's the American way right there.
Yeah. I'm like, everyone does this, right?
Fuck yeah, they do.
At least I didn't lease it, which is good. I would have lost money on that. And at least I didn't fucking just buy another shitty car and just keep doing this process, you know. So I bought the Volt, drove that for like almost 2 years, a year and a half or something. And then I was like, I don't want to pay for this anymore. I'm like, I'm making
Doing
more
the
money
budget.
than I ever have, and I'm like, I don't want to pay for a car. I kind of just want to pay off my debts and just worry about that right now. So I'm like, because I have so much debt that I just so much debt. Just student loan.
Less now though, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I literally got rid of like $10,000 just by getting rid of my car. So that's a pro, you know. Progress.
Seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah. So when I sold that, I sold it for $20,000, and I had equity on it. So I had about $10,000 of play money to spend.
It's all play money, dude.
Because I was like, it was an electric car that I had to plug in every day to charge it, basically. I didn't really get gas that often, which was a pro. You know, I didn't really drive all that much, and I would just charge it. I think the charges were like
how the fuck would you have
50
charged
miles.
it here, for example?
Yeah, like I made it work at the other place because I like hammered a fucking hole in our door.
A literal hole to the outside.
So the Volt.
So when the cable wasn't in the door, there was just a gaping hole for bugs to come in.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
Hey,
I mean, it's way better than whatever you would have had to do here.
It wouldn't have worked. You know, I would have had to steal someone else's power.
Yeah, you had to like jack in under the cover of night.
The place here, they sent us a notice like you can't charge electric vehicles here anywhere.
Well, they don't want you to.
Like they say you can't charge them even in the garages because it's not built for that. And yeah, you just can't have cables running around outside. But
well, that's just like their opinion, man.
When I bought the car, I didn't realize that I had to charge it. You know, I didn't think about how it would work at our place. But in the moment, I was like,
that's not normally your strong suit, no.
In the moment, I was like, of course we have of course we have external outlets. Why the fuck would we not have external outlets? Why wouldn't we?
Why the fuck wouldn't we?
Every place that we've been to has external outlets. Even Hero's external outlets out there on the porch. You know?
Yeah,
but
there's
it's
a couple
like,
on the balcony.
I even remember there being like ports for like where there would be, like out there that like you know rats dug into, of course. But like, there was
there's nothing in there.
Let there be known. The townhouse we lived in, where I bought this Volt and had to charge it, there was not an outside charging place, so I had to plug it in inside. Which how do you plug in a cable inside and then charge it outside? Well, here's what you do.
You made it work.
First, you got to buy a really long charging cable because the one that comes with your car is never long enough. It's long enough just to, you know, get from the thing to your car, maybe a little bit longer. So I bought this like 30-foot long fucking car charging cable for like $100 that had to it was the longest one I could find, and it just barely reached my car. You know, when I plugged it in, I had to finagle it a certain way where I plugged it in and then yanked it as tight as it could go before I put it out the door. And then I had just enough taut to like have it draped by my car. And in order to close the door with the cable, like you said, I had to make a little row for the cable to go through, so it could safely navigate through the door and outside to my car.
That's a very elegant way of wording that.
Exactly. So in order to do this, I opened our door, and our door was. My first thought here was, I can drill a hole.
Yeah, we can.
I can drill a hole.
You did.
No, because I realized after attempting to drill a hole that the door was made of metal, and no holes will be drilled through a metal door. No holes will be drilled through said door. So I
He made a hole.
I did the next best thing, and I took a hammer, and I kept smacking the one end of the door until it went in enough for the cable to safely go through and outside.
Percussive maintenance, I think is what they call it.
Yeah. Yeah. And even when the cable wasn't there, there was just a little hole.
It worked though. Hey, it
hole.
can't be stupid if it works, you know.
I tell you what, we did not get charged for it for the old place. We did not get charged for a door. So
hey.
I bet you they just didn't notice it because it was
Who the fuck
so
would look
low.
there?
No
Yeah,
one's gonna notice it.
floor,
It was at the very bottom of the floor. I put it like as low as it could go.
Someone that lives there next to be like, "There's a draft here."
There is such a bad draft because of that hole. Yeah,
it's too late now, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, you can just get a new door, but
well, yeah,
you
they're
can't
gonna
charge
have
us
to.
for it.
Yeah, no, that's
we
not
already
our
signed-
problem.
Yeah.
We don't have the responsibility for that. It's the pro renter. Fuck it up.
Dude, that was such a pain in the ass. Fucking having maneuver that every time I had to charge that thing. But now
just wiggle it in the door.
But we lived in a townhouse, so we had like our own little area. You know, we had like a little back porch area. I could like have the cord go through that and then out to my car. Here we're on like the third floor of an apartment.
You'd have to get like an extension cord and like plug it.
It would be so obvious. People would be like, "The fuck." Like,
well, that's why you'd have to do it under the
first
cover
person
of night,
that would wake
like
up
a
in the
bandit.
morning. What did you say?
You'd have to do it under the cover of night, like a bandit. You know,
Nick,
just toss the cord down and then go out down the stairs.
But then I'd have to wake up and do it before anyone wakes up.
Well, yeah, you'd have to do it like right now or like a couple hours ago. Cause
the thing is, you could do that.
4 a.m. You
just wouldn't get enough charge. You know, you need like a solid 8 hours. Yes, if you did it from sundown to sun up.
If you did it at like 11, you'd be done by 7 in the morning. You're laughing.
Imagine the stress. My God.
But hey, free power.
So I considered that, plugging it in, because we moved here recently and I got rid of my Volt right before we moved here.
And we do lose power a lot here.
We do lose power a lot. So that's also a fucking thing.
We need a generator or something.
And there's no like assigned parking, which is a pain in the ass. We had our own spots at our own townhouse.
It wasn't a problem until it started getting warmer, and then now you got to park like all around there. But I got lucky today. I'm right there, right out front.
Yeah, there's like a small overfill lot.
Sometimes if you get here late enough at like 11:30, there's like someone that
My
left.
key is just to not move. Find a good spot.
Yeah. Oh, you
never
gotta
move
plant.
your car.
You got to plant.
Never move. Or take really
Way to
short
plant,
trips, so
yeah.
you just like go and then come back, because then no one's had time to take the spot. In the quick time.
Yeah, you got to go at like 2 in the afternoon. Everyone's at work, but like after lunch.
Yeah. Be like, oh, I gotta be quick.
Time to do errands.
Gotta be quick.
That's my spot, dude. You can normally guarantee yourself a really good spot if you do that, though. We should get a garage or something, but that's only one slot. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think they cost too much. They have like isolated
they're
garages
ridiculous,
here at our apartment that you can buy.
That's why they're available still. Because it's like, why would I do that?
But apparently you can't charge in there either. But they have their own outlets. But
what?
Yeah, they sent us in their little. Our place sends us like a newsletter every fucking like week or something. But they're like, the garages aren't built for the infrastructure of charging vehicles. Like apparently multiple people are doing it, so it causes like a lot of. Maybe that's what's causing the fucking power to go out. Honestly, like,
well, one of the times was because someone hit the pole.
Hit a pole.
The power line. Out like at the bend.
We're technically in a nice part of town, and we've lost power more often than we
frequently
in the ghetto.
Yeah,
it's astounding, honestly.
Say what you will, they got good infrastructure.
Well, I don't know what you can say about it. Truly, I don't know what you can say about that. But basically, I did like a whole like finance breakdown for myself, and I was like, I don't want to fucking pay for this car anymore. And then I thought about us moving, and I was like, how am I going to charge that here, because that car needs to charge in order to work. And there's like charging like station like hubs near us, but fucking who wants to
you got to drive, you got to use
there?
Your power to get power.
What?
Like make that one make sense, bitch.
So as I would say, I sold my car for more than I bought it, and then
the capitalism.
And
sometimes you benefit.
Yeah, so I had positive equity because I was paying into it for so long, and then
nice.
I sold it for more. I basically got my car for free, my Acura TSX.
That's
my
money.
05.
And wouldn't that is a car that has fascinated me with its heated mirrors.
Yeah, it's a luxury car of its time, you know.
I mean, I've not seen a car that has heated side mirrors before.
No, well, that's like a.
I'm surprised I didn't catch on.
Strictly luxury car thing. So that's like an Acura Lexus thing, where like the higher end of the Toyota Hondas, they go overboard for dumb shit for some reason. I can tell you this: elegance. I never used the heated mirrors in all of winter. I didn't even know I had it until midwinter, and I didn't even use them.
And you're like, eh.
I scraped them off like normal. You know, that works just as well. You know what I'm saying? Manual labor.
You do love scraping glass.
Hey, I'll tell you what. When I bought this car and I brought it home, I was like, oh, fuck, dude. Because there were so many issues that I just had to fix immediately, dude. Like, number one, the doors didn't unlock. I didn't have like a fob for it, so I had to get a fob and then learn to install that, which was pretty easy. That didn't take very long. Still only have one actual key for the thing. It only came with one key, which is annoying, but because you have to get like a chip installed in them and then programmed to your car. Because if it's a nice car, it's an Acura. They have to like, you can't steal it that easy, I guess. You have to like literally get a chip programmed for your car for a new key, and then get it cut into the shape for your specific car.
That is a huge pain in the fucking ass.
Talk about fucking
oh
security,
my God,
though.
Dude.
No one's taking that thing.
That's too much of a bitch to try to steal, I'll tell you what.
So I had to fix like some door locks on it because it wouldn't automatically lock like the front or the passenger side doors, and I didn't even realize this. Like
Didn't
when
you
I
do that yourself,
test drove it,
like replace it.
Yeah. I like did the research on it.
Part-time mechanic over here.
Apparently that was a common thing that fails on them, which is why I was able to find it. It was just, I was like, I just searched, car door lock not working. And it came up with, it's the door lock actuator. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is that?
You idiot. It's the actuator.
I found like, it's
and
literally,
what is it?
It's literally a part that you just buy, and then they send it to you. And I bought one for the driver's side, one for the passenger side, because you have to buy the right one for each side. And it was a fucking bitch and a half to install, but I did it, And now the locks work on my car, and I hit the fob, and it's like a regular car, and it can unlock it and all that.
Nice. And hey, no payments.
No payments. That's the best part about it.
And it's already done. You don't have to fucking fuck with the door handle anymore.
Yep. The only thing I want to do is get the windows tinted because you just see right through that thing, and I like tinted windows.
You that was the smoky essence to
That's
your
what
windows.
I liked about the Volt. The Volt, it was black car, black fucking tinted ass. You couldn't see shit.
It was so cool.
No one could see
you
me
just
at all.
Flip them off and they couldn't even see you.
So I want to get that done on my car. So it looks. I mean, it's black like the Volt, but I need tinted windows to be more like the Volt, and I'll be more satisfied at that point. You know what I'm saying? But I like it.
How expensive is tinting windows even?
I looked it up. It's like if you want to get every single window tinted, it's like $300, $300 to $400. If you want it like
not that
done,
bad.
No, it's not. It's like a decent place, like a good place that'll like do it right. I thought it was gonna be like 1,000, so I was like preparing for that.
For sure.
But when I looked it up, it was like $300 for all your windows. It's for like a sedan. If you had like a different car with like more windows or bigger windows, it's more. But for like regular cars, yeah, different like size windows and shit. They gotta like cut it or whatever. I don't know, but they do it all themselves. There's not like a machine for it. Tinting is
crazy.
Cool. Yeah, it's like an art in a way.
I would just assume a machine would do it.
It's like ASMR with videos of people like spraying it down, laying the thing, cutting it, doing the little squeegee, get all the bubbles out.
The Miyagi.
Yeah, it's like, hey, watch me, dude. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that sexy? I want to talk about. We'll end the podcast with this story, and then we'll get to the thing. But so when I went to pick up went to look at the Acura, I don't know if I told you this story. I had to drop off, or I drove my Volt there, and I'm pulling up to the lot.
Oh yeah, no,
I
know exactly what you're about to say.
I'm very happy. I'm very excited to check out this car. I'm blasting music. My car's bumping. This Volt had fucking such a good sound system in it. My God, I have the employees looking at me because they hear the fucking bass bumping on this thing because I'm listening to my indie rock going crazy. And
some of that guitar.
Yeah, some of that jungle.
And
it still fucking gets me, dude. It's still
what
I still feel how I felt in that moment, but I'm turning in here. I'm turning into this lot. It's like soon after they open. There's customers there, but there's like a bunch of employees inside the building. The doors are open because it's nice outside. I'm pulling up. I turn into to park into the spot, and I bump the curb. And I bump it a little bit rough. I'm like, boom. Like I bounce off it a little bit like that. And I'm like, oh, shit. And they got really, really tall curbs that I didn't really fully realize how tall they were and how necessarily sharp they were. They came to a very like 90-degree point, these curbs. And I don't think I hit the corner of the curb, like, the actual corner.
Are you sure?
I might have, honestly, because my tire popped when I hit this curb, and I don't realize it. I'm fucking. I hit this curb. I bounce off, and I'm like, oh shit! I need to readjust myself. So I'm backing up, and like as I'm backing up and like turning my car, I'm like, oh, it's feeling a little bit weird. And like I'm looking out at the employees, and they're all going like this. They're all like looking at my car, like coming. They're all like coming closer. They're all like coming near
get a good look.
Just like looking at it, just like. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, are they just checking out my car? Like, have they never seen a fucking Chevy Volt
They
before?
like my ride.
This is where I bought this fucking car. I mean, maybe I'm just like, I was just like, oh, they're laughing at me because I bumped off
peeping the whip, dude.
I just thought they're judging me because I bumped off this fucking curb like a fucking idiot. But
do you think they were judging you that hard over bumping the curb?
I pull into this spot. I park really bad also. I don't even realize it till I get out of the car. I park like I'm fucking
somehow as a
drunk.
pizza driver. It's crazy. Is that just like the pizza driver way?
Dude, it was literally my
just peel in.
It was literally my worst display of driving I've ever done, and I was there to sell them my car.
Oh my god. How much did you end up getting for the car?
We'll get to that.
Back to the panic.
It still stresses me out to even think about it. But I
that's
I park it. I
right
get out. There's like at least 3 or 4 employees, like all doing that weird look and like crouch, because my car it's going
losing air fast,
really loud. Yeah, not even quietly. So people are hearing it, from inside. They're like, "What the fuck?" They're like looking, and I'm just like, I get out of the car, I'm like, oh god, it's just the tire is just wrecked. I don't know how it was so wrecked, but it was like flat immediately. I was like, fuck. I like drove here right before my shift. I'm like, I gotta get back to work, and I gotta check out this car.
The master
still.
of timing.
This is when I first show up to the dealership too, dude. So everyone's like, oh, this guy's here to fucking buy a car.
Got leverage.
What the fuck?
So what did you like change the tire, or did you just like leave it there?
No, I was already texting the salesman beforehand, so they knew what I was there for. So I'm like, I'm here to check out this fucking Acura, and he was like, you want to test drive it?
You sure, bud?
And I was like, yeah. And the sales manager was honestly like, he was visibly nervous about it because he watched me fucking just blow my fucking tire right in front of him. And he was like, I don't know about, we can't. So basically he was like,
do you got insurance?
I wanted to get like an inspection on the Acura before I bought it. And he was like, we can't really test drive your car in the current state.
Got him.
So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to have to take your word on it. You're right. So I test drive this car.
All right, man.
I mean, physically, the car drives mechanically fine. So I was like, this is a good buy. So I think I spent like 90 something on it, 9,500 about on it.
That's not that bad.
No, it's
For
not.
luxury.
No. So I ended up paying like nothing to get the car. So I just used the equity of my Volt, and they paid off the rest of the loan for that.
Where did the day's equity?
Basically, I had, like I said, $10,000 worth of value that I could spend. So I
That's
basically
pretty good.
I talked them down to pricing the car to where I didn't have to pay anything for it. Basically, that was before I popped the car tire. So
In front of the salesmen who are like sharks that just had chummed water and you just fell off the boat.
Yeah. So I'm on my way home. They give me a call. They're like, so the reason that car tire popped is because these cars are dry rotted to all hell. Like, a normal tire would have bounced right off this. These tires are all pretty
That's what a
fucked
Hiya
up.
does to your.
And yeah,
your wood
they were
tires.
old tires that I needed to replace.
We park
and I was
outside.
aware of this. I didn't know that they were that old and that bad, but because they still had good, decent tread, but they were apparently really cracked and shitty. But
Oh, yeah, just watch them dry
so
rotten.
they wanted me to pay for 4 new tires for the car that I was trading in.
Well, yeah, they're like, look at what you just did.
I was like, nah. I was like, no thanks.
I don't think so.
So, they're like, well, you need to pay for at least 2 then. And I'm like,
why?
I'll do 2.
That's
2.
how they get you, dude. You should have only paid for like 1.
They wanted me to pay for 4. No, because they had to replace all 4. But I was.
Well,
gonna
that's
have to
not
pay.
your problem.
Well,
Just
it is
the one.
this
Just
is-
the
I hadn't
one.
sold it to them at this point. So they were. So no, they needed new tires before they had to sell it. So I ended up paying for 2 tires. It ended up being like $400, for 2 tires. So that's the price that I paid for my new car. Basically, it was just the cost of tires for my old car because of my own fucking stupidity. And that's my
Trademark.
story about my trauma at selling my Volt because of my own wrong.
And that's all your cars, dude. Title of the episode: Alex's cars.
Yeah. Well, it's your cars too and my cars, but
Well,
I can't believe this whole episode was
I had
just talking
3
about
cars.
for
I
the
had
most
3.
part.
We're car guys.
It's the
We're big car guys.
This is the 420
We're
episode.
like
where
top speed. Oh,
Nick, we literally
420.
yeah we hit a gravity bong and then talked about cars.
And we got to smoke your bong and watch. All right, you can spoil it now.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Austin Powers, the first one.
Never seen it.
We're gonna get a little bit more high in the Patreon and watch that. So if
It
you're
could be
interested,
cool.
tune in. You'll find it on our Patreon. So see you there if you want it. If not, we'll see you next week for the next episode of Brother. See you guys.
Bye.